back to Coffee Wars, the only pop culture podcast that always has a cup of coffee. We're your hosts. I'm David.
I'm Grant.
I'm Sam.
And today we're not only going to be talking about the latest Star Wars project, but also the latest Star Wars movies since the sequels. It's the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. But before we get into that, what are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking my home maple Canadian coffee.
Canadian coffee, What, just with maple syrup?
Yeah, it has maple in it.
What are you drinking, Sam?
Iced coffee with milk from Dunkin'.
I am drinking a decaf coffee from Starbucks because we are filming very late. Did you want to kick it off?
Yeah. Well, first off, we're actually all in theme for once.
Yeah. Star Wars shirts.
Yeah. If you want this Battlefront 2 shirt, enough, all right?
All right.
If you want the Battlefront 2,
no,
it's I don't want. It's all right. If you want this Battlefront 2 shirt on the TikTok shop, and you could use my link. But yeah, so
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Mandalorian Grogu came out, and it's the first Star Wars movie, I believe, in 7 years, right?
That's
or more,
crazy to
or is it
think
more
about.
than that?
What was the last movie?
2019, right?
That was Rise of Skywalker.
I think so.
Depending on the month, it's probably like 6 or 7 years.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah, so I think it was 7 years.
That's
I
crazy.
think so.
That actually makes this movie much better than.
So that was the whole thing. This movie, and we'll kind of talk about it, this movie really divided the fandom, and I think some of us were a little divided on it as well.
Not that much, I don't think.
I think
I would say so.
I think you were a little divided.
I came into this movie kind of a bit of a hater, but then my opinions swayed after I watched it. Like I was hating on it.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a big deal for most people because it's the biggest, or the first Star Wars movie in 7 years, right? And it was another chance for Disney to show that they can make a Star Wars movie because they've been doing good with most of the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah.
Obviously, Star Wars animation is, if you discount Star Wars Resistance, but most of it is pretty good, like Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, all the tales of those series. So this was the first live action movie that we were getting in a long time. So that's what most people were excited for, myself and Grant included. Fans like David were kind of hating on the movie because they were like, what are the stakes? Like, what's the point of this movie? And then
it was a TV movie brought into the big screen.
Yes, that's exactly.
It wasn't the other way around.
No,
which has never been done really with Star Wars before.
Wasn't the Clone Wars first a movie before a show?
No, it was a show, and there's a 2D
show
in 2002, the micro series.
About the 3D version.
Oh yes, it was. It was a movie before the show, but
McDonald's
the show was already season 1 was already done when the movie came out.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so the movie actually takes place some point.
It takes place after
in between season, like somewhere in season 1, because there was like Ahsoka. That's when she got introduced. Was in the movie. But regardless, their fans like David were kind of hating on the movie because they thought they were like, what's the point of it? This is going to be another like a Mando season 4 essentially.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
Yeah.
Even though the general consensus of the Mandalorian show is pretty positive, fans were divided, and myself were divided on season 3. And they're like, oh, is this really just going to be another season 4? Like, what are they doing?
Which season 3 wasn't really that bad in my opinion. Like, it wasn't season 1 and season 2, but it was still good. There was character, like if you didn't watch Clone Wars or Rebels, there's characters in the Mando movie that you're like, who are these people? But that's the whole point, is bringing them into live action. They did it in a way that you didn't have to know who they were. Like, you didn't have to know who Rada the Hutt was. You didn't have to know who Zeb was in the movie. Like, they didn't bring in a crazy amount of lore.
You need to know who the Mandalorian and
like if you didn't watch seasons 1 through 3, then you're kind of confused in the movie. But they did make it in a way where this specific story in the movie didn't directly tie into seasons 1, 2, and 3. It's like just another side mission, except the New Republic base that was in season 2 and 3, I believe. That's where we first saw Zeb and Dave Filoni's character.
Can you refresh me how season 3 ends? Because I know it was a Siege of Mandalore. Did they win or lose? I don't remember.
No,
You said the Darksaber was destroyed.
I remember
the Darksaber was destroyed,
that.
and Moff Gideon died, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died.
I need to go back and read.
Yeah, because Paz is a...
See, that's the problem with season 3. You can't remember it. Like, you
no, I mean, the final battle was pretty good. I'm pretty sure he died. While we're talking, I could look it up. I'm fairly certain he died.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying it's bad if you don't remember it.
I'm fairly certain he died.
That might be a skill issue on your part.
It's not a skill issue.
Season 3 was the living waters,
Bo-Katan.
and then it was blending Bo-Katan's Mandalorians with the Children of the Watch, which is Din Djarin's faction. It was blending all of them to fight Moff Gideon and his super commandos.
Oh, Moff Gideon had Mandalorian armor, right?
He did.
I remember that, yeah.
So it was actually.
It
was prototype Dark Trooper armor.
Ooh.
So those Dark Trooper droids, it was the same. Like that's what his armor was made of. So it was Beskar alloy. It wasn't like Din Djarin's full Beskar armor. Just quick side note: Mandalorian armor isn't all pure Beskar like Din Djarin. That's why, like in Clone Wars and Rebels, you see some Mandalorians, and even in the Mandalorian show, you see some of them die from blaster bolts, because their armor isn't full Beskar.
Season 1, he didn't even have full Beskar until a certain episode.
Yeah, like if you got shot in
the chest plate.
Yeah, if you got shot there, he would have died.
After, yeah.
Yeah, so like in Mandalorian lasers, the yellow ones, they're very expensive and they could pierce like some Beskar alloy. So if it's not pure Beskar, it's So that's a quick side note. Moff Gideon did die.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He died in an explosion. So.
What's the timeline? Like, how many months does the movie take place after Mando season 3?
It doesn't specify.
Or do we not know?
It's I don't know the timeline. It doesn't specify in the watching. So like by viewership, it's probably back end lore that you could look up like when it takes place. It's obviously after season 3, but it's not tying in directly with season 3.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I think some of the stuff that happens in Mandalorian and Grogu will tie into Ahsoka season 2.
Okay.
Primarily Zeb.
I went in thinking the wrong thing because I should have done some research. I thought this was like the final thing for Mando.
No,
where did you get that impression from?
Because why else make a movie? That was my impression.
Well, so no, the reason why the movie was happening was to build up for like an Avengers style, like Endgame style movie with Thrawn, and it was going to bring in all those New Republic era shows. Okay. So Mando, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka.
So I don't think they're doing a Mando season 4. I think it's just going to tie into Ahsoka season 2 now.
I mean, they might do a Mando season 4.
Well, that's why I'm saying this should have been Mando season 4.
They scrapped that movie with the Thrawn.
Really? They scrapped it?
It's been heavily delayed, so that usually means that it got scrapped because it was going to be Mando, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka. They were all going to converge as if it was like an Avengers Endgame style. This movie was testing the waters.
Star Wars Endgame.
To see. This movie was testing the waters to see how it would do. What I told these two when we went to go see it, I was like, don't view this film as another episode. And what that I mean by that is
like that. I feel like it could have been like a whole season 4.
No. So you're actually getting confused. Episode meaning episodes, the original trilogy, prequels, and sequels. Okay. That's like episode 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
That's what I mean. They call them episodes. Think of this movie less like an episode and more like a Star Wars story. So like the Solo movie, Rogue One, all those type of movies.
So are those movies not considered episodes?
No, they don't have an episode title. They're just a spin-off movie.
Okay.
So the only episode movies are 1 through 9.
That's what they're called. That's what they were called. A Star Wars story. That was what they were trying to go with, like Rogue One.
So Rogue One and Solo were a Star Wars story.
Are they done doing that? They're not doing.
They didn't call Mando and Grogu a Star Wars story, but it's okay.
They could have, but that's not.
Well, I don't even think Solo wasn't. It was literally just Rogue One. It was a Star Wars story, and then I think it was just Solo. It's a spin-off movie. That's what you have to view it as. Yeah. And if you view it as a spin-off movie, you're gonna come out of that movie
with a better experience,
with a way better experience than like thinking like, oh, this is gonna be Revenge of the Sith.
My point is like this could have been just Mando season 4 on TV. Like it wasn't that like the plot wasn't like catastrophically changing.
And there's always big stakes for it to be a movie.
But I also think,
but not even for the character.
We talked about this after the movie, and I know we got in a little argument about this.
Yeah.
If they were to do this with a show, it would have felt dragged out. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What they did in this, it needed to be a movie.
The pacing was incredible.
I thought the pacing, and that's the thing. If it was a Mando season 4, this would have been part of Mando season 4.
The main Imperial dude, like I liked how they kind of like wrapped his thing up like pretty nicely. Like
which one? The first one or the second one?
The second one. To your point, if they made this like Mando season 4, his plot line would have dragged on.
Oh my god, yeah, it was nice and quick.
It would have been horrible.
I forgot. That's the thing. Like, you're not even supposed to be like, oh, that's his name. He's not. He's irrelevant. You know, like he's the reason why Rada was fighting and everything. Some of these characters, like from the movie, were in the Mandalorian seasons.
I did not know that. That's
so those
detail.
two, like the warlord on the snowy planet, he was in it, and then on that like hollow call. and so was the bald guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, the intro with the snowy planet, dude.
Oh yes, that's
that action. That was probably one of my favorite like intro sequences of a film in like many recent years.
It was cool seeing like the Imperial Walkers, the AT-ATs again, and then the AT-RT, which you haven't seen that since Clone Wars. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. The faster walker, the bipedal.
They're all AT-ATs.
No, the AT-RTs from Clone Wars.
I know some people like, that's not an AT-AT. It's a this one. It's a this one.
Yeah.
The visuals in that intro scene.
It was good. That could have been, yeah.
And especially when the walkers were like kind of traversing across.
Yeah.
That looked insane. Like you could tell that they did a good job like allocating the budget for those like special effects.
Yeah.
And they did the long shots of Din fighting. And you were telling me after the movie when Din hits the dude with the flamethrower, you're like, that was brutal, man.
Oh yeah, because you saw him fall. Like he didn't cut. Like you saw him hit the rock.
Like no, they did like the flamethrower for like a couple seconds. He just
you said about the flamethrower.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Like,
well, because he's gotta do it because they're those armors. Like they it takes a little bit to get through it. So he's got to light him up. It's not like a normal.
I know,
it's
but
not like a rebel.
The stereotype of like. Like a video game character or like a movie character where it's like you kill all the henchmen, but then when it comes to the final boss, like you either take them in or
Oh yeah. Well, it was like I could bring you in warm or I could bring you in cold. It's a callback. So
yeah, I love that line. Like
it's
like he says that to everybody. Did he say that to Moff Gideon?
He said it to a few people.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he said it to Moff.
That's where like Grogu's like he's gonna like piss Din off and he's gonna like I could bring you like he's gonna
when he starts talking.
When are they going to do that?
I don't know.
They're never going to do that.
Oh, so this is the timeline.
When we were in
the Mandalorian Grogu is 3 years after Mando season 1.
3 years? Oh,
so Grogu's 53 now.
When we were in there were kids in there, and they were saying, "Oh, Baby Yoda." They were calling him Grogu, so they're not going to age him up just for the kids, bro. It's all marketing.
It's Disney.
Listen, they could continue to sell Grogu as a baby.
Grogu's fine, but like when after Din got like poisoned and he was kind of incapacitated and it was just a Grogu, it was kind of like the worst part of the movie.
I disagree. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, when he tries to force push that was funny.
It was funny and cute, but I feel like it kind of kind of drag on.
It was supposed to give him more growth.
It was Grogu. Yeah, it was character development. It was showing that he didn't have to rely on Din Djarin, and that was the whole point when Din Djarin was like, the old protect the young and then the young protect the old. This is the way. That was the whole point of that part of the movie.
I'm just saying it's not my favorite part of the movie.
But it was showing Luke's training as well that he received.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
100%. He was literally meditating.
Oh yeah,
Luke. That's what they did together when they trained.
I wish he would become a Jedi.
Well, he's kind of is. He's an unaligned Force user.
I know, but still,
he's not a Jedi, but he's a Force user.
No, but they wrote it so he's not going to die because he would die with Luke's students. In the canon, so he's not going to.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. If he went with Luke,
he would have died.
He would have died.
Yeah. So depending on how powerful he is, maybe he would have. Maybe him and Luke would have stopped it.
I saw a meme where it was Kylo Ren and Grogu. He's like, "Yo, Grogu, I always kind of like you. Don't show up to school tomorrow."
That's dark. That's funny.
I see what you mean, but I like that part of the movie, and it's okay. You're entitled to your own opinion. Yeah, but I like that.
I guess I'm not the biggest Grogu fan. I mean, he's cute, but that's all they've done with him so far.
I like to see him like being resourceful and not. I mean, it's just like I think like he's still in shock from Order 66, and that's why he's not talking. He was still a baby during Order 66.
I keep on forgetting.
And then this is over 20 years later from Revenge of the Sith, and he still can't talk. So I think he's still in shock from Order 66. But he does there's one phrase, I forgot what it's called. But there's a phrase he does say, and you could hear it throughout The Mandalorian and in Mandalorian Grogu. He says it. There's he has a little line.
It's not just gibberish. It's like
no, it's like an alien language.
To your point, they were giving him good character development in this movie because my main complaint on the character is that they haven't really done much with him so far, and they're doing stuff with him now. So I guess that is to your point.
He had the most character development in season 3 though. When he was training as a Jedi and then as a Mandalorian.
Well, I think it carried over into this movie.
Yeah.
Well, he's training to be both.
Remember in season 3,
he was training with Luke, and then he decided.
I thought that was season 2 when he met Luke.
Yeah, end of season 2.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, and then season 3 was part of his training.
Okay.
That's why like people like I don't get the season 3 hate. Like
No, they say you only have to watch the first 4 episodes because that's Luke's in it, and Ahsoka's in it, and then they say don't watch the rest. That's what they say.
people only in it for the cameos.
People are only in it for the Jedi.
I mean, yeah, that's not even my like issue with that. It was just like I guess the pacing in season 3 kind of dragged a bit, but I prefer like the original characters to the show rather than just having like if Luke or Ahsoka, like if it makes sense for them to be there, then I'm like, okay, that's perfect. But I don't want them to show up where it's like forcing, you know.
I'd rather have instead of a Luke cameo, I'd rather them just cast Sebastian Stan and do a 30-year-old Luke adventures, building the Jedi Order and all that stuff.
Oh,
I'd rather them do that.
I'd rather do them too.
Instead of doing the CGI face.
Mark Hamill say he's not coming back again for Luke. He said he was done.
I don't know.
I swear he said that on like.
Maybe.
I mean, they've told all they need to tell about old Luke, so it wouldn't really make sense.
The 30-year-old Luke adventures would be pretty cool. That's what a lot of people want.
When they were showing the credits in the beginning of the movie, there was 2 names that really stood out to me. It was Martin Scorsese and Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, and I can't believe you didn't know about them before the movie.
I don't know.
I knew going into the movie that they were casted as those roles.
I didn't know.
I didn't know Martin Scorsese was a fan.
What?
You say he's a fan. That's why he's in the movie, right?
Yeah, they casted him as the monkey guy.
Yeah, as the cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I instantly knew it was him. Just the voice, I instantly knew. But for the entire movie, I was like, okay, so which character is going to be Jeremy Allen White? And every time a character spoke, I would be like, oh, is this character or is he this character? And I had no idea that he played Rada because they did something. They like pitched down his voice.
They voice modified it. But I can't believe you didn't like, dude. That was big news when he got casted as Rada.
I was out of the loop on that.
When the first trailer came out, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Jeremy Allen White is playing Rada.
I guess I'm out of the loop because for the
I'm just gonna start sending you stuff when I see it. Rada was cool. So that was the first time we saw Rada since the Clone Wars movie. Yeah. But like obviously he grew up. Yeah, he's grown.
Bulked, man. I liked his fighting style. Like,
so that's what. So in the expanded universe, like lore, the Hutts were like the reason they got so powerful is because they took over like a huge part of the galaxy. Like Hutt space is there because they were a warrior clan, and they found ways like. They basically fought like
I thought they were just like extra ruthless. That's why
they were warriors. Like not all the Hutts are fat. Like a lot of them were like Rada, and they got like suits of armor that helped them fight too.
They used like in Trent or something.
And then they kept recruiting people to basically fight for them.
And
so the Hutts they became lazy because the Hutts became so powerful. Kind of
dwindling in
they
power.
Decided to be like that. But Rada was forced to fight and stuff like that. So that's why he like. That's what the Hutts are all, like. They used to all be like him.
The twins.
Those are his uncles.
Yeah. Oh, what are their names again?
I don't remember.
Because I thought they were in Clone Wars, but that was that other.
No,
character.
That was.
You're talking about the pink one? That's not.
Yeah.
The same
oh no.
I can't
what
tell.
What was his name? I told you his name.
Is that racist to say all Hutts look alike?
No, because this one's purple and he has highlights. I'll look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I feel like they should have had way more defenses on their planet. Like Din was able to sneak in. Like,
Zero the Hutt.
Easily.
Zero the Hutt. Yeah.
Like, do you feel that?
That he snuck in too easily?
Their whole planet is like the base of like the lore. Even though they're dwindled in power, they should have had more turns or something.
Once Jabba died, the Hutts like went into a whole power frenzy. You know, like that's why they're trying to kill Rada because Rada's the next heir to the Hutt, essentially like being in charge of the Hutts.
If he was in power, he would kind of disband it.
Yeah, because he's not like his dad.
He's
not like
almost
Jabba.
A pacifist, almost. The Hutts have been around for a long time, like ever since like.
The Hutts are one of the
episode 5.
No, A New Hope.
They were in New Hope.
Yeah, they were in A New Hope. He was in A New Hope, and then he was in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And then he was in Phantom Menace as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously Clone Wars. The Hutts live a long time. The Hutts. The reason why it was cool seeing Rada and Grogu become friends is because their species live a very long time. Like I don't know how long the Hutts live, but Grogu species obviously Yoda was 900.
George Lucas said he never would explain Yoda's species.
They don't have an actual name.
Yeah,
his species. I was actually watching a whole lore video about it, like all the people of Yoda's species from all throughout the lore. They don't have an official name.
And aren't they from like an uncharted part of the galaxy or something?
Yeah, no one knows where they show up from. No one knows their home planet. They just kind of come. They come into the universe. This is kind of going off on a little side note, but in the Old Republic, there is the Sith species.
Yeah.
So there's an alien race called the Sith, and that's where the Jedi who left the Jedi Order, the Dark Jedi, discovered the Sith and found out that they had a natural inclination to the dark side. Like their whole species, they had an affinity for the dark side, right? That's how the Sith Order became a thing. The Dark Jedi basically teamed up with the Sith, and they founded the Sith Order, and then eventually the Sith Empire. However, the Sith species eventually became extinct.
What was your point again?
So, my point was the Sith species have a natural affinity for the dark side.
Yeah.
The theory with Yoda species, so like Yoda, Grogu, Yaddle, is they have a natural affinity for the light side.
So
they were the natural counter?
They're the natural counter. And it's, some of the first Jedi were people from Yoda species. And they live for such a long time that they see a lot, unless someone kills them, they see a lot of the Jedi Order.
Yeah. In the movie, they specifically made a reference where the Hutts were like, oh, we could kill you now, Din, and then we could go after Grogu because he'd live forever and we live like basically forever.
Yeah, like the Hutts live a very long time, and so does Hutts,
that was
Wookiees.
The entire point.
Yeah, Hutts, Wookiees, and then whatever Grogu, Yoda, all their species, they live for such a long time. Chewbacca, he was around in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And then he was also around all the way in the sequels, and he's like not an old man. Like the Wookiees lived a very long time as well.
Theoretically, they could have him interact with Din.
We were robbed of a Wookiee Jedi because
with
Chewbacca, a younger Chewbacca,
it would be a younger Chewbacca.
It would be a 5-year older Chewbacca from the original trilogy.
But I'm saying it wouldn't be out of the question.
No, like if they wanted to bring Chewbacca into the Mandalorian, they easily could.
I feel like that would be.
That's the one character because Harrison Ford. You'd have to do CGI with him. Yeah. Same thing with Mark Hamill. And then Carrie Fisher, passed away. They'd have to do CGI for all those original characters or recast them. Chewbacca's the one character you could bring in, and the actor.
He almost needs more development.
Well, and the actor who played Blacker Sanson in Book of Boba Fett is the same one that played Chewbacca in the sequels. So they could easily. It could be
that same actor.
They could easily bring Chewbacca in.
I want to see those two fight.
Who?
Chewbacca and the other one.
It happened in the comics.
I want to see a live action though.
Oh yeah, cool. So Blacker Sanson almost killed Chewbacca, and I think Han Solo saved him.
One thing I liked about this movie is that it was very Thor Ragnarok vibes. Like when he went down to that underworld planet, that was very like Sakaar, and the whole gladiator thing. But what I said to you is that I wish when they were him and Rada were fighting all those monsters, and then the monsters escaped. I wish they did something more with that,
the chase scene,
kind of showing them do more damage to the crowd and cause a bigger scene.
Yeah. So do you know all those monsters are that chess game that they play in the original trilogy? That's all those monsters are from that game that you see Chewbacca playing.
And they do a specific move that they do in the original
so that movie. One of them lifting him up above his head and throwing him. Yeah. That's exactly what they do in the chess game. So if you go watch A New Hope and you see Chewbacca playing that game with
that's ball knowledge.
Yeah.
They could have done more with to really show the stakes with in that moment, have them go a little bit more crazy.
I just think it wasn't it wasn't important for
the
story. But I see what you're saying.
You want to talk about Embo because he's one of your favorite characters.
He's not one of my favorite characters, but he's cool. Yeah, Embo,
yeah, you really.
Embo is he's a character from Clone Wars, and they brought him into. That's actually we should talk about Embo. Embo is a character that they brought in from Clone Wars. He's a bounty hunter. And he's obviously he just does whatever he's paid for, and you see that at the end of the movie where he decides to just walk away.
Yeah,
because he's just in it for the money. He's a bounty hunter, right?
He was putting hands on Din belt to ass.
And he lives a long time too. He lives a long time too because he was in Clone Wars in arguably his prime, and then the same thing at the end of the Galactic Civil War. He looks the same. So his species. It's a different dog, his attack dog. It's a different dog than the one in the Clone Wars passed away.
Oh, what?
He didn't throw his hat at all.
I think he did once, or he used it as the shield though.
Yeah, but that was his whole fighting style in the Clone Wars. He did that a lot.
I remember he used it as a sled at one point.
Yeah. But so he's basically a ninja. The way he moves, he's pretty cool, and he's the only one that you see of his species. You never see another one of his species. Unless I'm wrong. but he's a really cool bounty hunter. He's one of the Clone Wars bounty hunters.
I think they know of each other, right? Like he knew.
I'm sure they know him.
Like didn't recognize him.
I'm sure they knew each other, but they just didn't say it. Maybe I don't know.
I don't like that was a weird.
So he's a bounty hunter that works more for the Hutts more than anyone. Like Din didn't really work for the Hutts as much.
They did it because of the New Republic asked him to.
Yeah, that's why they were on kind of different sides.
Yeah, was he all CGI? Was he not practical?
It was all CGI for him, I think.
I think that would only work for him.
For him to move like he did in Clone Wars, it has to be CGI. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They stayed faithful to him. That no notes. I know you wanted him to throw his hat, but no notes on Embo. They did him perfectly.
Yeah, but also when Embo showed up, when Grogu was stealing the fish from the alien, are we supposed to know who that alien character is, or is that just a random?
I think this is a random guy.
Like I thought he was like
from the trailer. People were like, "Oh, this is the guy who taught Yoda the Force."
Like, I thought he was like some important character.
Yeah, no, so people were like speculating, but no, it's just
like they made it like very mysterious and stuff.
I know, just some dude that lives in the swamp, I guess.
Yeah.
I know. I think they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose to like make it seem like he was an important character, but no, he just lived there.
He was just throwing knowledge on Grogu, like
So it was kind of funny.
The giant snake, dude, that was awesome.
So I forgot what it's called, but they
that was straight out of Elden Ring.
That was in Clone Wars too. Obi-Wan fought it. Not the same one, but that big serpent, Obi-Wan fought in the Clone Wars on Nal Hutta.
What season was it?
I don't remember, but it's when he went to Nal Hutta.
I kind of want to see it die.
Because he was chasing Cad Bane. And then Quinlan Voss was there too.
Yeah.
So on Nal Hutta, he fought the same snake.
But
Not
the
same species.
It was so good when you just show like the difference in scale. The snake just towering over him, like it was just.
Yeah, I'll send you the picture from the one in the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
and he fights it like.
Almost like I know the Darksaber is gone, but like.
I do miss the Darksaber.
I kind of wish he had the Darksaber in that fight.
Well, it would have been over.
I know.
Yeah, it would have been way.
It would have been like a true.
They had to nerf him.
It would have been like a true Elden Ring type fight.
Yeah, but it was. I thought it was cool. They brought in some stuff from like other lore. Like obviously, so Zeb. I thought they did Zeb perfectly. Yeah. Zeb is from Clone Wars, or Rebels. Yeah. Sorry, Zeb is from Rebels. He's a Lasat, and the Lasats are based off of the original Ralph McQuarrie concept for Wookiees for Chewbacca.
Yeah. I didn't know
so that's what that like. If they went with that concept, that's what Chewbacca would look like. Zeb, which is brown and not purple.
He's very is he like similar in strength to
a Wookiee? Chewbacca? Similar, but like Wookiees.
He was throwing people around. And,
Wookiees are better. I think better fighters than Lasats. Yeah. But they're stronger. But I think Lasats are more agile. Yeah, because you saw him like jumping around like almost he's like a gorilla almost, or like a big ape. Chewbacca's like Bigfoot. So but his species, there's a lot of like. They were introduced in Rebels, and there's some lore with them where they're very mystical, similar to like the Force, but they don't have the Force.
Didn't the Empire purge them like they did genocide?
Yeah, but there was a bunch that survived.
You said how they might just have everything connect towards like Ahsoka season 2.
Yeah,
we could have a Zeb and Ezra reunion.
I think that's the plan. So Zeb's
would be cool.
Zeb is most likely, now that he was introduced in Mandalorian, like he was shown in Mandalorian sitting at the cantina, and then he was brought into Mandalorians in Grogu. He's most likely in Ahsoka season 2. That's probably a guarantee that they're bringing everyone back. Like all the rebels are going to be in Ahsoka season 2.
And then the big thing they're building towards is against Thrawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now Ahsoka's got to get back to the main galaxy because Ezra's back with Hera, and Zeb obviously is in the main galaxy. So Ahsoka and Sabine have to get back.
More to kind of go against Thrawn?
I think they're going to show, like they're just demilitarized. Like that's the thing with the New Republic. They're demilitarized. Like they have a little bit, but they're not.
Also,
they're not ready for
Sigourney Weaver into the movie.
They're not ready for war. Yeah,
she just wanted me in the movie.
Yeah, but that was like.
I mean, you got it. She's like a sci-fi. Like,
that was
legend.
People were actually complaining about that.
Who cares, bro? That's the thing. Like the worst thing that happens to Star Wars is other Star Wars fans that they get so pissed off at certain things.
Maybe they were pissed off because they're like, why was your character just introduced like now?
I mean, who cares? It's just another character. Like you're expanding the universe with everything, right?
You know the old I guess expanding universe was Thrawn after Dark Empire or something when Luke fights the clone of Palpatine, or was he before?
That was part of it. Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Okay, so it's all part of that.
Yeah, well, there's Heir to the Empire, and then it's a series, and that's the expanded universe, and then there's the canon Thrawn novels too, by the same author, Timothy Zahn. So there's the expanded universe, and then there's the so the expanded universe, like that stuff doesn't really fit into the canon lore.
No, it can't. No,
but they do have
kind of tweak it though.
That what they did.
Yeah.
So they have the canon Thrawn books now. Where Thrawn met Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars.
Yes.
And then obviously he works for the Empire. So like that stuff's all canon now. And they did tweak it to fit it into canon. And now with Ahsoka season 2 and Rebels and everything, Rebels and then Ahsoka, they're bringing more lore for him.
You know, in Clone Wars when they were on that snowy planet, like that was members of Thrawn's race, right?
No, different species.
Oh,
so
they look like very similar.
His race is called the Chiss.
All aliens are the same, dude.
Oh, okay.
His species is called the Chiss, and they have red eyes.
Yeah.
Those species did not.
Oh.
So that's I forgot, like Senator Chuchi. That's
yeah.
She's different species.
Okay.
They look very similar, but different species.
I'm sorry.
The Chiss are from Thrawn is from the unknown regions, and he knows of a threat that's very, very threatening, I guess. Very high stakes, and that's why he joined the Empire, was basically to like help defend the galaxy from them.
Which could be Abeloth in Ahsoka.
So it's not Abeloth; it's the Yuzan Vong.
Oh dude.
In expanded universe.
I love that.
That was like the original.
The cosmic Star Wars is my favorite.
The original sequels were going to be the Yuzan Vong, who they counteract the Force. So it's like they're pretty.
Those
pretty
are the people
intense.
who are like anti-technology, right?
Yeah, they literally just have these freaking lizard things that deflect the Force, and like they're brutal, dude.
But yeah, like they don't have the Force in them.
Where are they
right?
from?
The unknown regions.
Oh, okay. No, but what show are they from?
They're not. They're
from a, like,
they're not.
universe.
They're not canon right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
the part of their character is that the Force doesn't flow through them, right?
yeah, like they counteract the Force.
Yeah, dude, they're so cool, man. They're so.
And like it literally
cool.
took Luke and like the New Republic to team up with Imperial remnants to fight the Yuzan Vong.
Yeah.
That's how powerful they are.
And took over the galaxy in like beginning of Star Wars too.
Yes,
right?
so they were around, and I think it was the Rakata. No, I don't know if it's the Rakata or the Tarkata, but they were the ones that invented hyperspace and all that stuff, and they fought the Yuzan Vong like early in Star Wars history.
Yeah, early Star Wars history is very cool.
It gets crazy, and like a lot of it you could look at like still canon because it happens so far in advance that it doesn't really impact the current stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's why Thrawn is kind of there. Is he knows the Empire is like, evil in a way, but he views the Empire as a necessary evil to fight the Yuzan Vong, essentially, or like whatever other threats are in the unknown regions.
Because they're willing to do what it takes to,
Yeah, and that's why he's teaming up with the Night Sisters and the
because they're still militarized.
Thrawn is so smart that without Palpatine telling him, he figured out that Vader was Anakin because of how similar he still is.
He's the GOAT, man. He's just
Thrawn is one of the best villains because he's like it's weird. Like he's not like a fascist like the other Imperials are, like Palpatine and like the Sith and all that. But he knows the Empire has the resources to basically fight the other threats in the galaxy. So Thrawn he's a very complex character. And he's like, he knows the necessary evil to then fight the bigger threats, right? So there's a lot of cool like lore that Dave Filoni has kind of brought into Star Wars.
Thank you for saying his name because I forgot it. How did you feel about seeing Dave Filoni in the as a rebel?
Wait, so which character did he play?
He was one of the.
He was in it,
dude. You know what he looks like, right?
Didn't he have a hat on too?
Dave Filoni.
He's kind of balding, right?
I don't know. I've only seen him with a hat. I don't really care anyway.
I don't think he's bald.
I don't think.
He's the cowboy hair kind of.
He always So he was one of the pilots.
Oh, how am I supposed to know that? Like,
because if you know what he looks like, then immediately you recognize it. And he was in Mandalorian too.
As one of the pilots?
Yeah, he was in remember when you see Zeb talking to that other pilot who is bald?
Yeah.
I forgot his name too, like Captain something. And at the cantina, Dave Filoni's character was in there too, just like at a table chilling. I don't think he's bald, David. He just always has a hat on. No, he's not bald.
He might be hiding his bald spot.
No, he's not. He's not bald. But he was either season 2 or season 3 of Mandalorian, just as a side character. So all those pilots that you saw in Mandalorian and Grogu, they've been sprinkled into the lore a little bit.
Yeah, I saw
Like, the two pilots that like
Ahsoka.
like when he had his Razor Crest, and the two pilots were like pulling him over like Space Police style, and then they let him go, and then the other time where he had the Naboo starfighter,
Yeah.
and then he just outran them.
Yeah.
That pilot obviously was back.
That one Asian actor plays that. He's in a lot of. He's been established.
So he was in Ahsoka as well.
Yeah.
So
like,
he's pretty important
I
now.
recognize him, but I didn't recognize because he's obviously a more.
No, Dave Filoni was one of them too.
Is he gonna like write himself to be a bigger character?
No, because he's not really an actor. He just puts himself in a little cameo.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni's not like he's the director, writer, all that
He's a
stuff.
huge Star Wars fan, so of course he wants.
He wants to like.
He could be like Tarantino.
It's kind of like
that's exactly what he's
it's
trying
kind
to
of
do.
like a Stan Lee
He's trying to pull a
cameo.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
He makes himself have a bigger role.
But
people are like, all right, man, what the hell?
Well, he gave him.
Get behind the camera.
He gave himself a minor role. He was just one of the pilots, and he literally had one line, and it was like something like, "I got it."
One line too many.
Or no, he was the one he saw Mando in the water. He was like, I see him. That was him. Yeah, that was him. We all enjoyed this movie.
Oh yeah.
So like, I would give it a pretty high rating.
Yeah, like at least an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing crazy. Like, but
if you give it like dude, like some people say like the sequels are like 8. I'm like, nah,
No.
like it's
better
than all the sequels. Better than all the sequels.
Yeah, way better.
Grant,
it's better than Force Awakens.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's better than.
But Grant, to your point, like you were kind of
maybe the beginning, like the first fight scene, might be better than all. Okay, if it's
so action wise, yeah, it's better than Force Awakens.
No, it's not.
Action
You
wise,
think really? Because Force Awakens had all
so Force Awakens was good. The other two are not.
Yeah,
I would put Force Awakens above it.
Like the other two.
That's not to say that Mando isn't bad.
Like The Last Jedi was a good movie, but not a good Star Wars movie, and Hat Guy Solo would disagree about that, obviously. The Rise of Skywalker was just a whole cluster of every. It ruined everything for me.
I mean, Grant, to your point, like you were saying, like, oh, it could have just been a season 4. Like it was
I think you guys made a good point. I can see
like
why it had to be a movie.
With the Punisher special, it was just meant to be like.
I didn't watch it yet.
I know, but like, God, it was just meant to be like one moment.
Did you watch Daredevil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys. Like the Mando movie, it was never meant to be a big thing. It was just meant to be like a big, like just a special or like a summer blockbuster.
Yeah,
like, people
I agree.
are taking it too seriously.
I can't believe you guys.
Yeah. Like if you just go into it, expect like wanting to have a fun time, you'll give it a high score because it does that.
Yeah,
it checks off all those boxes.
Agreed.
And you got your popcorn bucket. You got your
I got a Grogu popcorn bucket. I should have brought it with me.
Yeah,
I forgot.
But if you go into the movie saying like, "Oh, this better be episode 10 or Mando season 4,"
it's not.
or leaving it, then
it's just
then you're just setting yourself up
like
for failure.
some people go in with like crazy expectations that then they get disappointed.
Yeah.
However, I went in thinking like, oh, this is going to be a good movie. And I'm like, everyone's hating on it too early, and then it turned out to be a very good movie.
No, and I'll say it, like I'll admit when I was wrong. Like the movie was good.
Yeah.
And I was a hater beforehand.
And now you're a brother.
Yeah.
I would say 8 out of 10 because this is a movie I could see myself watching a few times, and I guarantee you, if you watch it like through like a second or third time, you're gonna notice other things that you didn't notice the first time around.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. It does its job perfectly. Just go in wanting to have a good time. You'll have a good time. Like it just does its job.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you got. I think I was gonna give it a 7.5 before, but you guys made
hold on 7.5.
Just hold on. I changed it to an 8 because you guys are right. I'm being a little too hateful.
No, you don't have to be like a bandwagon.
No, I apprate that.
Well,
but that's
copying our opinions now. Wow.
No, it's just
You can have your own opinion.
No, it's not. It is better than that because you're right. Like you brought up the sequels. Like the sequels were scored higher. It's not. It's better than most parts of the sequels, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But the only problem I had with it is because I really thought it'd be like. I didn't see a point for a Mando movie besides being like a final movie.
But like as a movie, like after seeing it, regardless of what you're expecting,
what do you think now?
Yeah, what do you think now that you saw it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Do you still think it could have been a Mando season 4, or do you think it should have been a movie? You can have your own opinion. You know how I feel.
No, it had to be a movie.
Okay.
But it could have been a movie on Disney Plus, if that made sense. Like I don't think it was. need to be
No,
in
you,
theaters.
if Star Wars is
you're
coming out with a
tweaking.
movie, it's going to the theaters. You're doing too much.
Because Star Wars is a movie franchise, and
Yeah.
this is what people are saying, that
Yeah, not
this
everything
is
has to be.
getting Star Wars back to.
Yeah,
And also,
they would lose money if it went straight to Disney.
also
Plus.
this is a good thing, is that people thought that they could never do stories outside of the Skywalker saga, like never do movies.
Mhm.
And now that we got a Mando movie, it's breaking that kind of veil, and we can have more movies, not just Skywalker.
So it was.
stuff.
This was actually fun fact, and
Star Wars
this
is more than
this
just-
needs to be the end of the video. It was the first Star Wars movie without a Sith because Solo had Maul and Rogue One had Darth Vader, and then all the sequels had like Palpatine in a way.
Kylo
You know,
Ren.
like
Or
Kylo Ren's not a Sith.
I know,
But yeah, like
Dark Jedi.
he's not a dark Jedi. He's just a guy.
he's just
I guess you could call
It's just
you could
Adam
call him a
Driver.
dark Jedi. I guess.
or like an unaligned. I mean,
He's an unaligned Force user. You listen, Dark Jedi
He's
like
a dark
is a
side
thing,
user.
but like he just
Kylo Ren would be the closest thing to a dark.
he
Jedi.
is a dark Jedi. You could say that Kylo is not a Sith, not even
Yeah. He's not
in
a
the
Sith.
slightest. He had no teachings.
Who the hell was Snoke though? Like he was
He
supposed
was
to be.
just a clone.
We don't care.
He's a clone
He's
of
probably the
Palpatine,
worst
basically.
character in all of Star Wars.
Yeah, it was just something
Overhyped.
some BS.
He was like a failed clone of Palpatine.
He was. Yeah,
that's
he's
it. 'Cause
just
they had that jar of Snoke.
absolute just.
yeah. He's just
They
dude.
just threw that in there
Force
to
shit.
try to tie
Yeah.
it all together. It was a mess.
But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. We will be talking more about Star Wars and other pop culture in the future. And we hope to see you in the next video.